intruder alert, intruder alert. Humanoid intruder.
Greetings and welcome to the Arcade. This is episode 45, Arcade Vlog number 2, the Berzerk JROK Arcade Project. In this episode, we are going to put together a Stern Berzerk using the JROK Berzerk Frenzy JAMA PCB. We are also going to fix Qbert and move Stargate into Theater-Cade. So let's get this started. Good morning, everybody. So let's take a look. We got some arcade chaos going on here. Let me explain what I'm doing. Basically, I am trying to get this JAMA but dedicated Berzerk up and running. So right now I've got I had a JAMA wiring harness sitting in my collection of wires, stock of wires. So, good morning, Jackie. How are you doing today, Jackie? Jackie's my helper. So let's go here. And what our goal is here is to take this board, which is the Berzerk JROK board, and get it operational. We're going to get the control panel functional. I got to tell you, as quick as I can clean things up in this arcade, literally, I have a brand new mess on my hands. So, new projects, new messes. But that's okay, because that's what this is all about. We're going to make that a really sharp game. I actually got, from Arcade Shop, I got the Berzerk Frenzy JROK board. And we're going to have that, we're going to get some Berzerk going. Didn't Joel West say that in one of the movies? We just want to play some Berzerk. We're going to channel our inner Joel West. All right, everybody. We've installed, I got to tell you, that monitor looks amazing. Actually, we're having some trouble here. We got to figure out what's up. But yeah, there's the JROK. Right there is the JROK. And I think we might have a ground issue here. The, uh-oh. The controls, the up and down works, but I can't get any of the buttons to work, so none of the buttons want to work for me today. Oh, wait. Huh. What happened? Okay, hold on. We got a development.
Intruder alert, intruder alert.
Yeah, something's up.
Humanoid intruder.
Okay, well, we'll be back here. We're making progress. I seem to start projects and they never get finished, kind of. So one project that is a must to get done is the Stern Berzerk. So yesterday I met up with Warren and we went to Arcade Super Awesome and also met up with John Geiger, played some pinball. But I made a trade. I traded my spare Journey control panel for this beautiful Stern Berzerk Repro. It's really cool, so they did a great job on that. This is a Willis Berzerk control panel overlay, and not one of my favorite types of overlays in the arcade universe. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take this control panel and turn it back into a very, very beautiful Berzerk control panel. One of the very first things I'm going to do is I'm going to desolder and clean up these connections here. And I'm going to actually put a brand new JAMA harness on this. Yeah, I'm using the JROK. Yep, it's going to happen. So I'm just going to desolder these spots here, these connectors here. And I've got a control panel harness with the quick disconnects, and I'd like to use those if I can. All right, we have quickly and successfully desoldered the wires, the crappy wires from this control panel. The original is going to go right on there, and actually all the original parts are there. Okay, everybody. So here is the original. It's a repro, but wow, is it gorgeous. We're going to put this one here on this one. Okay, progress report. Here's a progress report. So, had a terrible time. Had a really tough time getting the grommet off of the Wicco. So I had to kind of use some WD-40. I had to use my Dremel, and I might be able to save the joystick shaft, but the grommet is toast. So Operation Berzerk is underway. You might be asking, okay, why do you got your router out on this wood control panel? Well, I need to, let me show you what's up. Okay, let me show you what's up. So literally, I don't like the bat stick. I know that's the way Berzerk should be played, but they also came out with the Wicco for it later in the run. So I'm actually putting a dedicated Wicco on here, and I need to bore down a little here, route out a little area here so that the joystick actually comes out far enough, extends out. So, all right, here we go. Okay. Let's head downstairs and see if I got this correct. You can already see right here I've got holes that were already pre-drilled for the control panel for Berzerk, so yay! Okay, we have a fit. Now we're going to have to put the control panel back together, and stay tuned for the progress. So let's talk about how difficult this was here. I pretty much had to rewire a JAMA control panel harness onto the back of the Berzerk control panel. And I want to show you something here. This is one of the harnesses I've got, and one of the big problems with this harness that you get is the wires are just too short. Nothing actually fits. So I had to extend out the ground wires and make sure they all matched up. Or created a ground loop. So let's see if this worked. All right, everybody, we are back out here now, and we have reinstalled the Berzerk control panel. How awesome does that look? The stainless steel control panels are amazing. Stern used those on a couple of the games, including Scramble, and I just love that stainless steel look that they came up with. So now that I've got the control panel completed and I've got it rewired with a brand new JAMA wiring harness, I'm actually going to do a switch test here. So I'm going to do a little test to see. So 1 player working, 2 player working. Let's do that again. So here we are in the switch test, and let's go through the buttons. So player 1 start working, player 2 start working, left fire working, right fire working, joystick left working, joystick right working, joystick down working, joystick up working. Let's do the diagonals now. So those work. Diagonal, upper left, upper right, lower right, lower left. Great. All right, everybody, I want to show you something really cool about the Berzerk cabinet. One of the really neat things about this is this little front access panel. And as you slide it out, I've actually got the JROK mounted right here on this slide out panel. It's really great. And yes, I am a purist, but this was actually a converted cabinet. So when it was acquired, there was no original Stern Berzerk boards in it. So it was we really kind of turned it back into a Berzerk, and then I used the JROK option, which so far in playing this, it's fantastic. I'm really impressed with the JROK board, the sound effects, the speech. It's just outstanding, and it's got the high score save. Also, something else you can do with this is when you hit the 1 and 2 player buttons, when you hold them down, it takes you to the Frenzy menu, or it takes you to the main menu, which will allow you to play Frenzy also. The menu consists of Berzerk, Berzerk Slow Bullets, Frenzy, and then the setup. So I like to go to the setup menu and show you a couple things. So you can do a boot to any game you want. So if you want to boot it up to Frenzy, you can select Frenzy. If you want to just boot it up to the main menu, or Berzerk Slow Bullets. But I have this set on Berzerk. For this, you want to do a fast boot so it doesn't go through it kind of simulates the original boot of the board. So you want the fast boot set on. It's got a screensaver, but I leave that off. I put the button timer on 1 second. It's got some great options on here. It's also right here is the Berzerk dip switch settings. And let's see. It's got the dip switch settings for Frenzy, Berzerk Slow Bullets. And it's got color tests, switch tests, and then exit. So let's play a game of Berzerk. So let's give you a demonstration of just how cool this game is. So my high score right now is 4,660. It does keep the top 5 scores when you power the game down. So here we go. We can play a little. So the sounds and the gameplay are absolutely identical to the original board. And the JROK option is great. I know that the Stern Berzerk boards are a big pain to keep running, so this is such a great option. And I actually don't have original Berzerk boards. This game was an Airwolf, and Arcade Jason recovered this game, and my good friend Warren hooked me up with the control panel, and I purchased the JROK board from Arcade Shop. And I had the control panel on this game had all the original parts, so pretty much I was able to piece together. I just don't have the bat stick, which I'm okay with that because I don't really care for that thing. Fun stuff. Yeah. I originally wasn't even considering Berzerk as being in my collection, but I've completely reconsidered. And after playing this game, I forgot how fun it was. It's totally addicting. And I had earlier this year, last year, 2016. I actually got to film Gary Stern talking about Berzerk and Evil Otto, and how the profits from this game helped him fund the purchase of a boat. So Evil Otto was good to Stern. Okay, yeah, and like I said, this is identical to the real motherboard. So enter your initials, and a very successful test of the Berzerk. Looking good. This is a really good looking panel. And yes, I chose to go with the Wicco joystick instead of the bat stick. I just like the Wicco far better than the bat stick. Plus, I've heard a lot of things about how tricky those can be to keep functioning. But yes, the Berzerk is looking good. All right, everybody. So now I thought what I would do here, I thought, while I had the game on, I thought we'd go ahead and play a game of Frenzy. So let's check out Frenzy right now. And let's play a game of Frenzy on screen here, and I'll show you guys. For you Frenzy fans and Berzerk fans. So let's start it up. This is all set to free play. The JROK board has all those options. I think on Frenzy, the different element here is that your fire can bounce off the white walls. You can actually break through walls. Oh, you can actually kill Evil Otto too. Okay, he's fast. Oh boy. All right, Frenzy's pretty cool. Frenzy's definitely a lot harder than Berzerk, I think. Well, I'm not that good at this game. Yeah, the sound effects are wonderful on both Frenzy and Berzerk.
Robot attack.
Uh-oh, here comes Evil Otto, so let's... Oh! I whacked myself. Okay. It didn't sound right. So just like Berzerk, this has the high score save option. And it also keeps the top scores. All right, everybody, there you have Frenzy. The JROK board, everyone. I highly recommend it. All right, everybody. So Arcade Repair Day continues. So Qbert was really flaky, and one of the things that I suspected was this filter board harness. All the wire connectors actually come into this filter board. So on a hunch, I actually made a purchase at Arcade Shop. You can kind of see, if you can see through there. It's the Arcade Shop Qbert Gottlieb filter board replacement. It's brand new, and to my surprise, literally this took me about 5 minutes to install, maybe even less than that. So bam, Qbert fired right up, and actually Qbert is playing pretty great right now. So if you've got an old filter board, you might want to consider that replacement. So let's fire up a game of Qbert. So now I think, knock on wood, we've got a reliable Qbert now. So, all right. Okay, so what are we up to today? We're gonna move Stargate down to Theater-Cade. What's cool about the Williams games, they got this monitor shelf. One of the things I like to do to move my games down stairways is I like to lighten the load. So one of the big ways to lighten the load is to take the monitor out, and Williams makes it great because I can just slide it off of this shelf. The monitor's attached to the shelf slides off, and it makes for an easy transition to the basement. So, all right, let's get to work. Okay, everybody, I have positioned the Stargate down the first set of stairs, and we're going to maneuver down this stairway and down into the arcade. So, Stargate, here we come. So yeah, Stargate actually fits pretty good down here. Literally with my dolly, I had some spare room. And this staircase is pretty cool because it's wide. We got disarray down here in Theater-Cade. We're gonna do a lot of fixes. Okay, everybody, we have moved Stargate into position, and it is down it's down here in Theater-Cade. I chose Stargate for a couple reasons, because its profile isn't too wide or deep. And it's in really good shape. This is going to be a great addition to the mix of games downstairs. So we're going to let this thing warm up. I'm going to go clean the monitor, and we're going to figure out where to put this game. All right, everybody. I have reassembled the Stargate. It's looking good. Okay, I want to show you something. Yeah, it's disarray here. We are doing some shuffling around here. I definitely want to show you what I got cooking here. Now, I'm unlatching this. Okay, now remember I talked about, if you saw any of my last episodes, I talked about how I'm having some major board issues here, specifically with the MPU board on the Williams boards. It's common, and then there's this ribbon cable that's absolutely, like I said, looks like somebody took some bite marks out of it. So basically, if you can peek in here, this is a JROK, and it's fantastic. So I am actually running JROK in here, but I have, just for my own purist ways, I have the board still in, all the wiring. An arcade shop sells the adapter so you can just wire everything right in without having to hack anything. So, all right, we're going to put this right here next to Tapper and Journey. And I actually got a little fix to do with my Journey control panel. So, lots of stuff to do. Always something to do in the arcade universe with your games. All right, everybody. So we have the Stargate is in place next to the Journey and the Tapper. And Stargate's a fantastic game. Sequel to Defender, and pretty glad to have a Stargate in the lineup. So let's do something here real quick. Let's play a game of Stargate real quick. It's absolutely the sequel to Defender, and you have your thrust fire, smart bomb, Inviso, hyperspace, and reverse buttons, and the up and down button, joystick button. So one really cool thing here, if you can pull it off, you can actually, if you can capture 4 humanoids and take them into the Stargate, it advances you to another level. But this game is really hard. I think they made these games hard on purpose. I know. I can't even imagine marathoning the Defender or Stargate. Pretty tough stuff. But yeah, it's fantastic. I used to have a Stargate cocktail version of this. I sold it at the Columbus auction a long time ago. Had a Defender, but I had some cabinet issues, and was able to get this game from a fellow collector in trade for the Joust. So this is a great game. And here's something really cool about Stargate that I really like. I really like the attract mode. Let's see if you can. Oh yeah, also if you hit the reverse button or the hyperspace button, the hyperspace button will display the high scores, the reverse button will display some secrets and instructions. So that's kind of cool. All right, that is Williams Stargate. All right, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Arcade Hollywood. If you're interested in acquiring a JROK Berserk or Williams FPGA PCB, please visit arcadeshop.com. Stephen Gregory is a fantastic resource for keeping your games alive. Once again, wanted to give a shout out to my good friend Mike Miller and his band Origami for providing me with all the amazing music for this channel. You can check him out at origami.tumblr.com. Coming soon to Arcade Hollywood, we will visit Chris at Hot Rod Arcades in Nashville, Tennessee. We will show you Arcade Jason's private arcade, and we will kick off the Berzerk Off Challenge. This is a great time to subscribe to this channel. Don't forget you can check me out on Twitter, Arcade Hollywood at Hollywood Arcade. We are also out there on Facebook and Google+. Please email me with any comments or questions at discohollywood1@gmail.com. All right, this does it for another episode of Arcade Hollywood. Until next time, rock on!